Hello everyone, this is Slashart. I planned to put Chloe in my Apex box for Global Season 7. There's a lot of nasty AoE debuff units that's becoming meta. And I think Chloe would be a good addition in addition to, along with Rosenseal. My box actually have 4 healers. I took out Weiler to put in Chloe. Chloe's 3C does a wonderful job of dispelling debuffs, and it also grants an additional passive heal that synergizes well with the other healing skills. Right, so there's a little bit of extra heal even after using Aurora Ring, which to some degree mitigate the weakness of not doing heal the turn you use Aurora Ring. Now you actually do a little bit of heal here, right? And one of the biggest advantage of Chloe's 3C skill is that it dispels the active component of the heal, dispels 3 debuff first before doing the heals to your parties, to your party members. That is incredibly good. Right, so what this means if opponents Rin or some other debuff, AoE debuff units lands heal reversal or heal negation on your units, you now have a very good chance of dispelling 3 debuff which might get rid of the healing reversal and heal negation. And then the heal will be applied, right? So this is extremely good. Most of the other AoE heal skills, including Liana's talent, heal first and then debuff, remove 2 debuffs from allies, right? So you end up damaging the allies if they have heal reversal, or the heal does nothing if there's heal negation. So this 3C is super good, right? I think similarly you could accomplish this maybe with Liana if you bring Summon Sky Archer. You can dispel with the Summon Sky Archer Summon Sky Archer first, and hopefully dispel the healing reversal or heal negation, and then use this. So imagine if opponents bring Bernhardt in June with a massive 3C, right? And that somehow lands the heal negation on you because Rosenseal is banned, right? And does massive AoE damage with fixed damage as well, right? And increased range as well with the 3C. So what do? So now you have all your allies with heal negation on. If you don't have Gospel up, how do you heal them, right? Like the enemy might follow up with another AoE and you're pretty much dead. But if you have Chloe, you can use 3C, which will remove the heal negation, then apply massive heals, massive heal 3 times it, and she has a 30% actual healing effect. Right, it's extremely potent. The healing is very potent. Right, and this is just good. This is just awesome. Right, so and the passive grants even more dispel. Right, it heals everyone in 2 block. After casting a skill on an ally and restore HP to all allies within 2 block radius of the target. That actually works. I think when you use 3C, this works around you, I believe. It's kind of a weird situation. I think it's only 2 block from her when she used the 3C AoE. If she used heal, the single target heal, this 2C, this passive part of the 3C will work around the target of your single target heal. But if you use Healing Hand and Aurora Ring, this passive somehow only works 2 block from you, from yourself. I don't know. I've tested that, and it's just kind of weird. But that seems to be the case, right? And you guys can test more and experiment and tell me if I'm wrong. And it seems like when you use AoE skills, whether it's Aurora Ring or Healing Hand, it counts as casting a skill on yourself as the ally target, and then you will heal within 2 block of yourself. So all the allies around 2 block will get 1 times your int heal and dispel one of their debuff. Notice that the active part of the heal, the lower the unit's HP, the better the healing effect, increase up to 30%. So you have even more extra heal from the passive because of the healing buff, right? From the active part when you use 3C. I think the reason that the target is considered yourself when you use the AoE is that otherwise it's too overpowered, right? If you use AoE and it counts all the target, like you and the allies, then that's like 5 times int, right? You're gonna stack between yourself as the target and your ally as the target when you use AoE. So they actually somehow only count as yourself as the target when you use AoE skill. It's still great, right? Some extra heal. And so when you use the 3C active heal, you do actually 3 times int plus 1 times int. And you remove 3 debuffs, and then you remove another 1 debuff. Notice the debuff removal order is you remove 3 debuff first from the active part, you apply the 3 times heal after the debuff removal, then it does the 1 times int and the 1 debuff removal from the passive part. So it's one of the most powerful active AoE heal that removes so much debuff. Right? I had a match, I think, last weekend where Klose herself was able to just deal with Himiko, right? And just very strong. So not everyone's gonna use her, obviously, because a lot of box, a lot of aggressive, like I guess more balanced boxes that have both single target and AoE units run maybe 3 main healers: Florentia, Liana, and Rosensiel, right? And then you might have substitute healers like I don't know, off healer units that also do damage and do other things. Right? I actually run 4 main healers. I run Liana, Rosensiel, Sophia, and Klose. Sophia's still good, I guess, with Rewind, and I do have a goddess tier on her to grant extra debuff removal. And with Sophia and Klose, if I put both on the field, Klose does so much active healing with Rewind, right? You can use easily 3C and Aurora Ring twice per battle, easily in the first few turns. Anyways, so what does a 6-star do for her, right? 6 stars will grant 30% extra healing potency instead of 25%. And after taking action, 4 allies within 2 blocks right now obtain 1 random immunity effect for 1 round. At 6-star, it becomes 1 random immunity effect for 2 rounds. So your ally is gonna get potentially two different immunity debuff by turn 2. Right, so it's actually really good as well. You can count her as a mini Rosensiel here, right? But her active healing is incredible, right? So if opponent first ban my Rosensiel and I see a very AoE heavy box, I might first pick Klose. So that's my game plan. Anyways, I finally sharded her to 6 stars. So let's celebrate her upgrade. Ba-dang! Alright. Yep, Klose is one of my favorite characters in the original Trail in the Sky first chapter and second chapter game. I think I run with Estelle, Joshua, Klose, and what's his name? The Oliver. Yeah, Oliver, I think. I run that as my main team of 4 through that single player turn-based tactical RPG game. Anyways, so now she has a lot of extra int. Her int is incredibly high for SR hero. Her HP is also very good, so this is actually, I'm very happy with her stats. And now look at the healing potency, 30% as mentioned, and this random immunity effect lasts for 2 rounds. That's just really good. Really good against AoE debuff. Now, I think I can improve her, Arena Mastery a little bit. Maybe some of these a little bit as well. So, her soldiers. She has a very good range of soldiers. Between Phalanx and Highland Warrior, she can be very defensive. I think Highland Warrior is better, all well-rounded. You have 15% damage reduction. At above 80%, the Aniki training for the soldier training for infantry grants another 20% actual mitigation above 80% HP. So that's like 35% damage mitigation for both physical and magical damage. So it's actually really strong single target deterrence. Phalanx is obviously very strong against physical damage and has more HP than Highland Warrior, but it doesn't grant you any, magic mitigation. So Highland Warrior is better magic mitigation. Heavy infantry is not bad with the high defense though. It could work against some defense, I guess a physical unit, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I think most physical damage dealer don't run Phalanx. Don't run Lancer attack soldiers, and cavalry to run over heavy infantry. So it's likely between Phalanx and Highland Warrior. Phalanx against cavalry damage DPS, single target DPS, and Highland Warrior against more well-rounded situations, and as well as against magic DPS. Right, and Klose can do a lot of damage with Highland Warrior too. It's pretty crazy. So that's her troops. Maybe somebody will run Zealot, but I'm not entirely sure. Zealot has low HP, so the buff only works above 80% HP, and if you have buffs. So that's her soldier choice. Very tanky soldiers. Now the situation I have here is I don't have another last right. I have 3 last rights, one on Illustrial, one on Zerida, and one on Juggler, and I don't have a 4th last right. Ideally, I want to put that last right on her. If you put a last right on her, you probably want a bracer on her too, right? So right now, though, I put my Tyrus slash the oh my god, I already forgot his name. Weiler, right? Weiler. I have a 6-star Weiler, but I have a backup set on him right now that has not the best enchant, but I had a main set on Tyrus that I used to put on Weiler, and now on this set is on Klose. It's decently enchanted, 50% int here, some actual HP here. I don't need more int for her, and lots of extra HP here as well, and even more HP here. I use Crystal Ball to ensure she has silence immunity. Ideally, I guess I see some CM Apex player, they use Gift of Eternal Life, Last Right, Tenure Hadris, plus Holy Ring, and I guess you can use a Bracer too, right? And then they actually do Full Moon enchant on her, so she can pack a punch in terms of dealing extra damage as well. For now, I use this Crystal enchant set, and she does a lot of overheating for sure. And I think that she's going to do a fine job in this current meta, for sure. I am very excited to keep using her, and she is one of my favorite characters from the original Trail in the Sky game. Alright, so that's it. This video went a bit longer than needed. Thank you for watching, and wish you all the best of luck in your Apex games. /shoutout.